So I walked up on my truck and I was like, huh, why is my door slightly open? And I opened it and realized somebody's been in my truck. Somebody went through my stuff. This is why I'm not a big fan of Temple Terrace. I don't understand. Seems like every 2 years our cars get broken into here. I really don't understand that. Somebody's been through my entire glove box. Looks like my back seat. I never leave anything for them to steal, but still, like, now we have to check all the other vehicles. So I gotta go inside, tell everyone inside, hey, check your vehicle if you left it unlocked, because it's just ridiculous, man. I don't understand people. God, they piss me off. God damn! What's going on there, guys? So my girlfriend helped her find and buy a new car. She got a 2017 Jeep Patriot, and her car became unreliable, which is very rare for Camrys, but I will say this one has a lot of miles. She got it with 70,000 miles. Now it's got 180,000, but the transmission is starting to slip and some other stuff, and it's stalling all the time, which I think is pretty easily fixable. If I remember correctly, these Camrys, oh, actually, it's a lot of cars from Toyota do this. They get carbon buildup on the inside of the throttle body, and if you don't clean them, then it creates a lot of idling problems and crappy running. So I've actually disconnected most of the sensors, PCB valve, all that kind of stuff. EGR, mass airflow sensor, all that's been disconnected. The whole EGR system has been disconnected. I got to get down there and get one more bolt off, and that'll give me access to the throttle body. Then we're going to clean the throttle body today. I disconnected it, and then later on I'm going to see what I can do about the transmission. I'll see if I can drop 2 quarts out and pop some stop slip in there, maybe rejuvenate the bands, get another year, maybe 2 years out of this transmission if possible. So, but yeah. So that's the plans for the day. It's unfortunate. Normally Toyotas go well into the 300,000 mark. This one, for whatever reason, has for a 2011 decided to start having a lot of transmission issues out of the blue, and it happens. Not all cars are perfect. So I guess let me pull that last little clamp down there, and we'll get started. So pulled all that off there. As I suspected, there is a lot of carbon buildup. You can see the little flakes all over it. So my guess is the stalling issue, and the power loss is definitely coming from the throttle body. So what I'm gonna have to do, and I want to emphasize this very carefully for all of you, okay? Do not make the mistake of opening this by hand and pushing the butterfly open to clean it, okay? This is an electronically controlled system. You will throw everything out of whack if you do that. The proper way to open the butterfly is to reattach the battery, turn the key forward into accessory position, and put something heavy on the gas pedal, right? It will open the butterfly for you mechanically, and you can clean it properly. However, I also want to say this. You don't have to remove the entire throttle body, because normally 99% of the time this problem is just caused by just the carbon buildup around the butterfly, which causes it to have a bad idle, car keeps dying. If you were to take this entire system off, right, the throttle body, you have to drain the coolant and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's all mechanical. So ideally, you don't want to spray into this either. What you want to do is get your rag, go, and we'll do this together, because I'll show you guys how this works. So I'm gonna go get something heavy to put on the pedal, and we'll just do this step by step so you guys can see how to do it easily without fucking things up. I want to say that again. Do this easily without fucking things up. I've seen a lot of people do crazy shit when it comes to electronic throttle bodies, and I promise you, you will make a nightmare for yourself. Just keep it simple and to the point, and you will clean this thing properly, and it won't stall anymore. So let's get to it. I'll show you. Alrighty, guys. Next step here. Got the keys in my hand. Reconnected the battery negative cable right down there, so that's good. You can see the butterfly is currently closed, and remember I said do not push on it by hand. I don't care if the battery's connected or not. Do not push on it by hand at all. We're going to get in here. We're going to plug the key in. We're going to turn this on to accessory mode, which is right there. See, the lights have come on. And now what I'm going to do is take this, oops, let me turn this air off. We want that off. I don't want to waste the battery. And we're going to take this big, and put that on there and see if we can get that pedal to stay pretty much down. There we go. Just a big rock that I had. Now if we come over here, butterfly should be open. See? So now we're just going to spray the rag down. Real good. And we're going to stick that down in there and give this a good cleaning. We're going to try not to touch anything extra that we don't need to touch. You can see all the carbon coming off there. Maybe you guys can, maybe you can't. All that black on that lip, that's all carbon buildup. And it's currently being rubbed off right now. So you're just going to do this a bunch of times until you don't get any more black on the rag. If that makes any sense to you guys. So spray this down again. There we go. Shove it back down in there. How's it going? All right. Oh, see if I can get my hand way down in there. I don't want to mesh the teeth at all, but I want to get this as clean as possible. There we go. Look at all that black coming out of there, man. All right, I'm going to give the throttle a little second to breathe here. I don't want to just hold it wide open the whole time. So we'll let this chill for a sec. There we go. That should drop the butterfly back now. So the butterfly should be chilling. Yep. You can hear the throttle body just whining away. Okay. It's looking good. Now I want to clean off top, and I'm just going to very simply spray. Nothing crazy. Just one little simple spray. And we're going to get in there. We're going to work on this a little bit here. There we go. Get all this off of there. Best of our ability. Oh yeah, you can see all that carbon on there, boy. I got a lot more work to do. All right, well, you guys understand how to do it. Try to be careful when you're pushing and pressing on things. Well, there you go. As you can see, all nice, shiny, and clean again, which is exactly how it should be. So we're gonna go ahead and put the air box. So we'll take the air box, put it back on there, and reconnect the EGR valve, and we'll go from there. And then we'll crank this thing up and see how it sounds. So I'm just gonna reverse everything I did. Guys, you can take this apart. It's not like you're brain dead if you can't figure out how to take this simple little system apart. You're just unplugging stuff. That's it. There's wires and little simple stuff. I mean, there's nothing crazy about this setup. It's very easy to do. So I shouldn't have to make a whole video of how to take the air box off just to get to the throttle body. You guys should be able to figure that out for yourselves. It's very simple. So we're just going to reverse the process now. I'm just going to put it back together, and then we'll start it up and make sure it idles and doesn't turn off. I mean, that's pretty simple. All right, before this car would just stall almost after starting up, and now I have reset the battery terminal, obviously, which reset the computer, but that's necessary when you do something like this. Just reset your computer. Trust me, it resets all the fuel lanes. If the car was registering it had a problem, then didn't have a problem after the fact, and it was creating a problem, just disconnect this. But it was definitely constricted. You could see that there was lots of carbon buildup in there, and so this thing should idle around 700, 800. So let's crank this car up now and see if we solve that problem. Yeah, she's gonna take a second to start now. There we go. Look at that idle. This car's assessing itself for the first time now that things have been reset. See if it settles now. Look at that, staying running. Idle's still a little high, but the car's still warming up. It's completely cold. So yeah, clearly the car is a lot happier. I'm gonna put my foot on the brake. We're gonna put it in drive. You can see it idled down. This is, yeah, I mean, it used to just die. So, still hanging out at a fairly good idle. And if I turn the AC on, it should bring the idle up. There's the idle going up because the AC is on. Yeah, so I think everything's working how it should now. I'll put it in reverse just to make sure. There's reverse. Yeah, good to go. Holding her idle, neutral, park. Idle goes down as soon as you put it in park. The AC is on, so it's going to run a little higher idle. I think she's good. That's how you solve that problem. It's very common. GMs and Toyotas do that quite often.
Are you sure this is okay? You're in country, dude. Live a little. Now she's pretty sensitive, so go easy on the throttle, okay? All right.